I'm joined by Beth from the United stand for the United Fan View. Ruben Amorim and the players have all been really clear that winning the Europa League won't save the season, but from a fan's point of view, do you think it would?
I don't think it'd save the season, but I'd be very, very happy. If someone told me at the start of the season you could have 8th and you wouldn't win anything, or you could have this season but you could come away with the European trophy, I'd pick this season. As a United fan, you shouldn't have to, but I think it was the same last year. Everyone was so upset with the league form, and then as soon as the FA Cup came, it's not going to save our season. It felt like it did. Everyone was pleading for Erik ten Hag to stay, the majority of the fan base, I wouldn't say everybody, and everyone went into the summer super positive. No one were playing in Europe and felt like there could be a clean slate. Despite the season being so terrible, the United players do have an opportunity here to be like, look, we are really sorry, forget about that now, it's in the past. And Man United do sometimes have short memories, especially the fans. Clean slate, we're in the Champions League, and this is where we properly start with our new manager Ruben Amorim next season. I think a lot of United fans will take that.
Where do you stand on the club's future? I mean, there's a lot of talk that this game is vital for summer funds, that Ruben Amorim won't get the money he needs to revamp the squad. In terms of the future, do you see this as kind of make or break?
Yeah, I do. I think this is probably the biggest cup final since Sir Alex, and I'm not even just saying that to be reactionary, but if you look at it since then, you've always felt like there's a way out for Manchester United. You've always felt that there's money there. You're gonna sign that big signing. You're gonna sign a Paul Pogba. You're gonna reinvest in the summer window. We're gonna go and bring Jose Mourinho in. We know, because our owners come out and told us, there's no money there. Amorim knows it. The fans know it. I mean, the staff being cut left and right still now. It feels like if we don't get this money through the Champions League, and Ruben Amorim's just kind of taken it back a little bit in that press conference and said Man United are still a big club, they still make revenue. Last week he was saying it'll be really, really bad if we don't get Champions League. I think the fans know, and I think the ownership know, and I think Amorim knows himself. If we don't get Champions League football, there is not much for him to work with in the summer. And he's literally said, if I can't do anything with this team next season, then a new man should be in. Who do you pivot to next? And if the squad's not changing, what's going to change within a pre-season? I don't think it's going to be able to compete the way United fans want it to, or get into Europe next season. So it's really, really crucial, just for the money aspect more than anything, which is sad, but that's where we're at.
Where do you stand on the manager? Because the narrative around Spurs is that Postecoglou could get sacked even if he wins the trophy. Obviously United and Spurs, the season in the Premier League have been quite similar. Amorim doesn't seem to be under the same pressure, but from a fan's point of view, do you think he should be under the same pressure? Are you content that he's the right man to lead them forward?
I mean, I'm not content with the league form. I'm really not. I think I saw something the other day, and I'd have to completely fact check it, that his points per game in the Premier League is worse than the Derby season, with the worst points across the Premier League season, which is shocking. Like, you cannot hide away from that. However, there's something inside me, and I don't know if it's because we've done it with many managers in the past and it's not changed. I don't know whether it's because he's great at speaking to the media and the fans, and he does have the aura about him, and you do believe him when he speaks about wanting to get Manchester United back to the top, or whether it's because he's come into an absolute disaster of new ownership who don't, I think, know 100% the right path to take, and have also been learning on the job. A team that's probably the worst Manchester United squad that I've seen in my lifetime. Yeah. And you feel for him, and you want to put your arm around him and say, let's build you a squad, and let's believe in your vision. And I think what he's done at Sporting gives me that belief. I spoke to a lot of Sporting fans, and I know it's different. I know the Portuguese league is not a top 5 league, and I know the Premier League's a different animal. Manchester United's a different animal. Yeah. But he took that club from being a fallen giant, and he completely rejuvenated them. Yeah. I'm hoping, with the money, with the investment, and this is where the ownership have got to back him, he can do the same. And we've had discussions before, there's only so many times you can do the same thing over and over again. Sack a manager, not give him enough time. We've got to suffer, like he said, and you've got to hope that bringing in better players, more intelligent players, he will be able to implement his system and be successful. If he can't, we cross that bridge when we come to it, but at least get the better players in. And I don't believe this, you've got to get him acquired to his system. It's just better players, and other manager will be able to work with better players. Let's see if it works with Amorim. Let's hope it does. I definitely want to back him and at least give him a full season.
And just one last one then. As a United fan stood here right now, are you optimistic for the future, or are there still concerns that are creeping in?
Again, I think it rests on tomorrow.
Really?
I genuinely do think it rests on tomorrow. If we lose tomorrow, I don't see where we go from here unless he can produce a masterstroke with some youth players, which we've already seen as so hit and miss, because United have already done that. Unless you stumble across a Lenny Yoro who seems to be like 1 in a million, it's going to be tough that way, especially in the Premier League with the expectation of Manchester United. So you've seen Dorgu come in, got ability, got promise, but he's not consistent enough yet, and United are going to have to hand the hat on that. So if we can win tomorrow, get in the Champions League, you could expect maybe a Gyökeres, for Delap to go to a Gyökeres. You can expect, we think Cunha's going to come anyway, you can expect better signings. Then I think, you know what, we can build off that. If not, I think Amrim's going to struggle, and then I think he could be in a predicament come halfway through the season, maybe around Christmas time. So tomorrow's massive. It's massive.